That is some dreary-ass weather outside. I remember at the beginning of 2015 when there were only like 2 or 3 books that I was really looking forward to. But this year, there are quite a bit more than that. So today, without further ado, we're going to be talking about my most anticipated book releases of 2016. So I'm just going to start off by admitting that only one of these books is not part of a series that I started last year or the year before. Only one of these books is like a standalone or the first book in the series or whatever. And that's okay with me, because what is wrong with reading books that you know you enjoy in a series that you know you'll enjoy? That was a little repetitive. So let's go ahead and get started with number 1, Remembrance by Meg Cabot. This is the 7th book in the Mediator series by Meg Cabot. This is the first book she's put out in years. I'd say it's probably been at least 10 years, probably more than that. And it's her first adult book in the series, following a girl named Suze, who is a mediator, which basically means that she can see, talk to, and touch ghosts, and it's her job to get them to cross over. So I don't want to give away any spoilers, so I really can't say much about this book beyond the fact that it is her first adult installment, and I'm just so excited to catch up with Suze and the other characters. The second book I am most excited for this year is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book in the Dark Artifices series. I don't know what this series is going to be about. I don't know if it's going to be a series or if it's going to be a trilogy. All I know is that it's another book in her Shadowhunter Chronicles world, and I'm really excited for that. I didn't want to look at the synopsis of this book myself because I don't want to spoil myself. I am almost done reading and rereading the previously existing Shadowhunters books. I only have 3 left to go, and I'm so excited, but I don't want to risk spoiling myself. All I know is that I'm so glad that I decided to reinvest myself in this world and to finish off all of Cassandra Clare's books. And I'm really excited for this one coming out on March 8th. This one might just be my most anticipated book release of 2016, and that is The Winter's Kiss by Marie Rutkowski, the 3rd and final book in the Winter's Curse trilogy, following a girl named Kestrel who buys a slave boy named Aaron, only to discover that she has inadvertently gotten herself wrapped up in a revolution. I'm just so excited for this book. I'm really disappointed in the cover change, as you can see here. This is not pretty. I don't like this at all. But luckily, Book Depository will have it available in this cover. So I will obviously be ordering book number 3 from the Book Depository. And my only disappointment with that is that my other 2 copies are hardback, and it looks like this one's only available in paperback. But you gotta do what you gotta do to get the matching covers when the alternative looks like a copy of The Throne of Glass books by Sarah J. Maas. I can't really get too much in detail with this book either, as I'm sure you guessed, being that it is a sequel or a final book in a trilogy. But what I can say is that this series has taken so many turns I did not expect. I love it so much. I can't wait to find out, and the cliffhanger and the heartbreaking ending on that one is phenomenal. If you haven't already, I'll leave a link down below. You can sign up with Fierce Reads, and they will send you an excerpt from The Winter's Kiss, and I read it, and I wish I hadn't, but I'm so glad I did because it was heart-wrenching and amazing, and I can't. The next book that I am most excited for this year is the 4th book in the Arcana Chronicles by Kresley Cole. There is no specific release date yet. There is no released cover, but I do know that it's supposed to come out sometime in spring of 2016. This series follows a girl named Evie Green after the apocalypse occurs, and she discovers that she is an arcana, which basically means a tarot card in a human body, and periodically, every like 100 or 1,000 years or whatever, the world ends, or there's an apocalyptic event, and these human arcana have to come together and fight to the death, and only one can win. And it's so good, and I know a lot of people don't really like it, but I love it so much. And the end of the 3rd book was just such a cliffhanger, and I need to know what happens, and I need to know if my theories are correct, and I cannot wait for this book. I love you, Cressley Cole. The next book that I am most looking forward to is The Last Star by Rick Yancey. This is the third book in the Fifth Wave trilogy, and I love these books. I love number 2 even more than I love number 1, even though most people felt the opposite. And I'm just so excited to see where the series goes because I really love the characters so much, and there's just so much that these people are going through, and I need to know how it ends, how it continues. So for those of you who don't know, the Fifth Wave series follows a girl named Cassie and a couple of other characters after an alien invasion consisting of 5 waves, one which took out electricity, one which spread disease, one which caused a tsunami, etc., took over and spread across the world, and now like humans are on the run, the aliens are after them, and there's like kids training to go to war against the aliens, and all these characters who don't know each other but are connected and need to find each other. It's such a good series, and I love it so much, and there's just so much emotion. Every single one of these books has made me cry over characters I don't even know. Like, it'll introduce them for like 2 pages, and I'm sobbing by the end of those 2 pages, and I just need the next book. The next book on my list is A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. This is the sequel to An Ember in the Ashes, which was one of my favorite books of this year of 2015. I can't tell you, like I said, too much about A Torch Against the Night. First off, because I haven't even read the synopsis, which is kind of weird because it wouldn't be spoiling myself. But secondly, because obviously it'd be spoiling you. But for those of you who don't know, An Ember in the Ashes follows 2 main characters, Laia and Elias, as their worlds kind of entwine. Laia's family is brutally murdered by a group of soldiers known as the Masks, and her brother is kidnapped, so she agrees to go undercover for a rebel group in order to get them information so that they will rescue her brother. Meanwhile, there is Elias, who is one of these Masks, but he doesn't really believe in a lot of the things that they're teaching, and he doesn't want to be, he just wants to run away, and pretty soon this prophecy brings them together, and there's this magic, and just, they have to come together or come apart, and they just have to fulfill this prophecy, which will change the world forever, because part of this prophecy is that a new king has to rise, and Elias is in the running, but it's like a fight to the death with a bunch of them, and it's so good. It's so good. I really don't like Laia that much, but I really love Elias Viturius, and it's so good. And the final book that I am most excited for this year is Furthermore by Taha Ramafi. This book is in a new world, completely separate as far as I know from the Shatter Me series, and it follows a girl who is on a mission to find her father. Her father disappeared a few years before, and all he had with him when he disappeared was a ruler, like for inches and centimeters and stuff. So she has to go on this quest to find her dad, and she has to go through this land called Furthermore, where all this weird stuff is, like paper is alive, and you can't trust anybody, and nothing is as it seems. And the only person who is on her side is this boy named Oliver, who has his own kind of magic, which is completely based off of lies and deceit. And that just sounds so fascinating. I really love the Shatter Me series. I can't wait to see what Taha Ramafi will do with this one, and I am so excited. So you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward to some of these books as much as I am. Go ahead and comment down below. Let me know which of these books that you're most excited for, which ones I didn't mention that you're looking forward to. And hit like if you like this video, hit subscribe if you really liked it, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye! All the broken hearts in the world still beat. Let's not make it harder than it